The Brian Mudd Show is on News Radio 610 WIOD.
The Florida Department of Economic Opportunity said, we got it going on yet again. So the monthly jobs report for the state of Florida saw that the big headline the state put out, Florida's September job growth rate 3 times faster than the nation. We added 84,500 jobs, and so our momentum continue to see better than average employment prospects within our state. A lot of those continue to be remote work, though. And to that end, on topic, we're joined now by Spencer O'Leary of ActiveOps, involved in employee automation, and his website is activeops.com. And Spencer, interesting takeaway here in this story that I was taking a look at, saying that the future of innovation is going to be different because of how many people are just going to permanently be working remotely. Tell us about it.
Hi, Brian. Yeah, good morning. I think that's a trend we're going to see continue for the months and years now that follow what's been, 18, 20 months where people have worked from home during the pandemic and proved that people can be productive at home. They can be innovative working from home. I still think people need to come together to congregate and generate ideas, but that coming together is starting to look more like maybe once a month or even once a quarter. And in between those times, we've got a lot of people who are looking to work from home permanently.
So in terms of how human behavior works and how innovation is spurred, what are you seeing being byproducts of this? Do you really think it's going to have a permanent effect on the innovation and where people end up going next?
So I think that a balance is what's needed for most organizations and most humans. Isolation can come from working at home full time, and isolation has a negative impact on innovation. We're humans. We like to congregate. We like to get together. And organizations just need to find the right balance. Us as individuals need to find the right balance. We've got data from our customers. We help organizations manage people, whether they're working from the office or whether they're working from home. And we've got data through 2020 that suggests people were more productive when they worked from home. We've just got to keep those metrics and those numbers in check and balance with things like employee well-being. And as we're talking about here, that ideas generation, that innovation, we need to make sure that thrives when people work from home and it doesn't diminish.
It's interesting. You just reminded me of something that I worked on. I'm actually trying to pull some notes of mine real quick here. Just want to make sure I'm in the ballpark on information. So I was doing a lot of studying on remote learning last year and trying to figure out the impact, COVID slide and the like that, we've all been concerned about. And to your point, the overwhelming majority of students learn far better in the classroom than they did remotely. However, there is in the neighborhood about 18% of people who actually perform better educationally doing it online. You think that's pretty much a similar type of dynamic to where you are going to have a minority who actually are going to thrive in this remote environment, where you have some people that are just never going to be able to reach their potential unless they are back in that group setting that you're talking about?
I think you're right, Brian, and I think it's a combination of both. If you just look at human behavior, there are those introverts that didn't like going into the office, and they definitely got on better at home. And when they did interact with their colleagues, they just did it over Teams or over Zoom. And then you've got the extroverts who very much missed that human face-to-face contact, the ability to get in the office and have that relationship with their peers and colleagues. And it's the same with children at school. There's a reason why when we were all at school, we had lessons in the classroom, and then we had homework to do on our own in isolation, probably our own bedroom in the evenings. And that's different learning styles and different things that people thrive on. We just need to make sure that we manage individual differences. And the key for any manager listening today is make sure you understand the communications preference, the learning preference, the innovation preference from each and every one of your team. Because if it was ever hard to manage that 2 years ago, it's a damn sight harder when you've got people working in this hybrid world, working from home, working from the office.
Spencer O'Leary, activeops.com, the website. Spencer, thank you very much. I appreciate the time.
Thanks, Brian.